Oh, right, yeah, the mines. I've still got work to do here.
Of course. Okay, well, thanks again for everything. Should I let you get on, or...?
I don't mind talking. Maybe I can tell you a bit more about the town.
Hello there, and welcome to what is sure to be the final episode, not only of the Remnants of War campaign, but of the whole Eastern storyline in Arma 3. So, just a warning to some of you, I don't think today's episode is going to involve any shooting, but we will be finishing up this very important storyline here. And not only in case of the Remnants of War DLC, we will also be taking a last look at the Eastern campaign and playing and witnessing the epilogue of that. So these are the two things that we are doing today. For now, let's head back into the town. I see that there's a new memory that we haven't seen yet. I was wondering if a memory would be attached to the symbol here on the house, where somebody crossed out the word traitor with the word hero.
Something that doesn't get mentioned too much? IDAP and other NGOs oversee communications between POWs and their families.
Really? In what way?
Snail mail, actually. We do our best to ensure any letter written by a prisoner arrives at its destination safely. Although depending on who's running the detention centers, that can be easier said than done.
I wonder what's written here. Probably something to do that the house is closed, that the word traitor is written there on the steps. I guess somebody lived here who did something wrong in the eyes of the government and is therefore branded a traitor. Not only by the government, but judging by that graffiti, maybe some locals as well that are supportive of the government. I suspect that we will see a few more such episodes here as we finish this campaign. I have to go up to the church to clear out the last remaining mines, and we will have a look at the aftermath of the firefight that happened a few days ago. But first of all, let me take a look. Is there anything? Yeah, just the explosives task, and we have a new entry here in the timeline. August 8th. Trapped by NATO forces, Major Gavras and his adjutant, Kostas Dimitriou, make a stand at Orestes church. The area is mined during their defense, but no other laws of war are broken. Kostas later visits IDEP and reports the location of the mines, significantly helping clearance efforts. Well, sadly, on August the 15th, Marcus Kudis returns to Orestes in search of his brother and dies at the church when stepping on a landmine. I can see that there's a memory up at the castle. Okay. Looks like we are gonna take a walk all the way up there. But yeah, looking at the town, it seems that by now almost all of the houses have a memory attached to them. So maybe let's see. I'll go down here towards the armory. This house doesn't have anything. Maybe there's something for us to see there. And then we will proceed through the town, past the church, to the castle. Let's go to the armory. We can ask ourselves a question here. The town, as it looks now, there's heavy damage, a lot of destruction, but at the very least it seems that the unexploded ordnance here is going to be cleaned up. The town will be made safe-ish, for returning civilians. But that raises a question that in such conflicts always rears its ugly head when they are done. Who is still left to return here? What happened to the people? Did they manage to make it out alive out of the conflict zone? Did they get in trouble somewhere else along the way? Is it even worth it for them to return here? Okay, so we have this house. Oh, there's something here. I don't think... yeah, this is new. We haven't seen this one.
This town, it's no stranger to war.
You mean from the times of the military coup?
Of course, but no, I mean even historically. Whole generation lost their lives in WW2. Operation Torch. The Allied landings.
Ah, in North Africa.
Yeah. The British, they conscripted hundreds of Altians from across the island. Most of them never made it back.
That's interesting. Yes, Altis actually in Arma has a history as being once part of the British Empire. One of their holdings in the Mediterranean. Interesting bit of history. But what he said just now hints a little bit at my point that I wanted to make. So this town is no stranger to war. And yet, people lived here. A lot of people. Does that mean that...
Max, got a quick update for you.
Listen, bud.
Yeah, so NATO have bagged and tagged their dead.
Jesus, Andy, anyone ever mention you got away with words?
Not really. Anywho, it's a half-assed job. Still a bunch of landmines around. Worth checking out?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. I'll head up there shortly. See what I can do.
Alright, so we can now go to the church, which we will do after visiting the castle. Yeah. But let me finish what I wanted to say before I got rudely interrupted once again. So, what will the future of this town be? Is it worth rebuilding it? Are the people still alive who could return and rebuild it? Or will the town fall into ruin, remain an empty shell, a ghost of its former self? Nothing but decaying buildings, roofs caving in after some time. Walls crumbling. Vegetation claiming back the grounds. Or will people return and rebuild? And, well, what will happen to those who maybe stood on opposing sides in this conflict? It was a civil war, after all. What if there are some people who have been neighbors who, well, who suddenly might find themselves to be ostracized from their former community? You know, if there were government supporters here, and I imagine that the majority of the town was in favor of the guerrilla movement, will those previous government supporters ever be able to return? Or will they have to fear for their safety if they do so? Yeah? You can think about those questions. While I take a look at that helicopter down there, there seems to be a memory there. Yeah. Let's go there and have a quick look. This is the helicopter that the Major tried to evacuate with. That didn't work out, it was shot down by a tank buster. I wonder what kind of memories attached to this.
Kate, you remember that helo? The one Lieutenant Dimitriou told me about? The one shot down?
You found it?
Yeah, kinda hard to miss. Makes me think, though, NATO's invasion of Altis? I don't know how they got it so wrong.
Bad planning?
Could be. Hell, it's not like the Army had much fight left in them, so what else? It's just a shame incompetence isn't a war crime. It'd give you much more to work with.
Alright. Okay. You know what? I'll make my way up to the castle. We'll take a short little break, and we'll resume once I'm up there. Welcome back. We are in the castle, on the battlements. Actually, it looks like the memory is set in the place from where the Special Forces operatives, whoever they may have been, directed the strike against the town. It is a very commanding position. Very good view on the town, isn't it?
I'm just catching a little downtime at the castle. Great views up here, you know?
No problem. Maybe you've got time to chat.
Sure, welcome break, actually.
Do you know who built it?
The castle? Not exactly. Thing was built sometime around the end of the 9th century. Arabian warlords. But I mean, they only occupied a much older site. It was a Phoenician fortress before that. You know, during the first of the Punic Wars, the Romans laid siege to it 6 long years.
That's some time. Did they capture it?
In a way. The defenders wound up ceding it to Rome, some later treaty. And then, well, it gets even more complicated.
I must say you're quite the historian, Nathan.
Who, me? No, I'm just a parrot. My wife, she sends me all these books, teaches history back home. A professor, actually.
I gotta say, the view from up here is really beautiful, isn't it? The town really is really built in a very, very nice place. Very awesome views. Clean air. No, or very little pollution by the looks of it. No pollution, I would say. There's almost no traffic up here. Nature, forests, rolling hills. Even when it's raining, it's quite beautiful. Even when it's raining, it's quite beautiful. Right. What do we have here? Tronos Castle. Ah yeah, ticket office. Well, I guess the tourism will pick up again at some point, now that the war's over and the region is becoming safer. But can you imagine that for a place like this, an island, a beautiful island in the Mediterranean, tourism is probably one of the major economic factors. A major source of income for many people. Do you know what war does to tourism? It really makes people not want to go there. But now that it's over, maybe everything will recover. And you know, I know what I'm talking about, being a Croatian and all. Even Croatia, a stunningly beautiful country with very nice beaches, very nice countryside, friendly people, for the most part. Even that country took quite a long time to recover from what the war did to it, and for the tourists to return in force. Ah well, I'm sure that this place will become an... what's that? There's a tent in the forest. Wait, how do I get down there? Let's investigate. Why is there a tent in the forest? Looks like somebody camped out here. Maybe somebody hiding? I'm not sure. But whoever it was, he's gone. He left the tent behind though. Maybe not voluntarily. There's a radio there. You wouldn't leave a radio behind. Maybe some guerrillas. Oh well. I'll make my way back to the town and to the church. Let's see. Oh, actually there is Another memory down there at this little house. I remember that little house. I'll go there first, and then we are going up to the church to clean up. I might want to check out this house on my way though. That too doesn't have a memory attached to it yet. Maybe there is something interesting. Okay, let's take another short break and I'll resume once we are over there. Oh, look at that, there's indeed something here. I'm at a little ruin close to the church.
You know, Adams, he had a couple of guys on his team. One was a real comedian, Private Nelson. You probably heard about that episode with the goat.
Who didn't?
Oh?
You know, after NATO lost its mandate, the guys used to joke that he was the one responsible for it. I mean, it was the final straw, right? And goats are sacred animals here. Just don't quote me on that.
What the... That's not the first time that I hear a mention of Private Nelson doing something to some goat. And apparently made him real popular with everybody. I wonder what the hell happened. Did Private Nelson screw a goat? I mean, sure. If goats are sacred here, that'll do it. That will turn the locals against you. Oh man. Soldiers stationed somewhere where there's very little to do for them. Well, they get bored, and when soldiers get bored, really stupid stuff usually happens. Okay, here we have the little house. I can already hear it, there's something. Oh, hi.
In your experience, do landmines pose a threat to wildlife?
Yes and no. Dogs, goats, sheep, anything like that, for the most part, they're too light. Bigger livestock, though, say cattle, yeah, they'd have a real bad day. For a farmer here, losing an animal like that, it's a big loss. Sadly, that can mean they try to deal with these things directly. And people? Of course, they're just the right size to trigger an AP mine. That's why our education programs are vital.
Look at that. First of all, let me say, whoever locks up a dog like this in basically a cabin where it is alone, I guess, for most of the day, is a giant asshole. So that's number one. But look at that. Somebody was also using this place to hide weapons and body armor. Maybe hoping that the presence of the dog would deter any AAF soldiers from checking out the place? Maybe. Okay, let's go to the church now. Yeah, looks like we have another memory right in the church. So let's try to get in there. We'll have to deal with some mines though. And quite a lot of mines. Mines that were laid or dispersed by the Major and his adjutant when they were defending from inside the church against an attack by guerrillas and NATO soldiers. Okay, we have one piece of unexploded ordnance here. One cluster bomblet. Let me get to that first. Get low to the ground, and let's see. I reactivated Ace explosives, so I have to do the defusal like this, and there's a chance that these things will blow up in my face, but fortunately this one didn't. And now there are a few mines that we have to deal with, and a few bodies are still here. Looks like they recovered the bodies of the NATO soldiers who died here, but they didn't recover the bodies of the guerrillas. Well, at the very least they marked the position of the mines. Well, let's go and defuse this one. I should tell you a quite nice little detail about this thing here. Actually, where's the mine? There it is. Actually, this, how should I put it? The scene as it presents itself now for us, with those bodies laying here, the mines scattered around. This is taken straight from how we finished the battle in the previous mission. This is where these people died in our firefight with the guerrillas. This is where the mines were scattered when we activated the mine dispensers. It's a nice touch. There's a memory here. Oh.
God damn it, Marcos. Kate, hi. Just got a positive ID on our guy at the church.
Then it's confirmed. It's definitely him.
Yeah, it's Marcos. No doubt about it.
Whoa. Okay, we packed him up. Marcos... was he... why was he wearing IDEP gear? Oh man. Look at that. A picture of him with his brother. He came looking for his brother up here. What? Why was he wearing IDEP gear though? I'm not sure about that. More mines that didn't detonate. Yeah, looks like the mines that were scattered on this side of the church mostly didn't detonate. Let's take care of this one. There's one here. And then we'll go inside the church, see if there's anything interesting in there. Okay, got this done. There are, oh my god, there's a mine. There are actually 2 mines here, I have to be careful. Let's defuse this one first, and I think the other one is to its right in the bush. Yeah. It is in the bush. I can see a little flag planted by the US soldiers. There it is. There you are. Let's defuse you two. There are now only a few mines left, which we have to defuse. But let's go into the church first, where the major, together with his adjutant, made their last stand. A bunch of bullet casing would have been a nice touch. Oh well. What do we have here?
I don't know if it's helpful, but, you know, I remember hearing about a bunch of NATO guys that wound up working with the guerrillas.
Really? Wait, you mean during the Altis invasion?
No, that's the thing. Beforehand. Rumor has it they escaped Stratus, made it over here and joined up with the locals.
Thanks, yeah. I'll definitely do some digging.
Hey, Kate, I'm really sorry, but you know something? I'm not sure there's a whole lot more I can tell you. I don't want to ramble on.
No problem, and don't apologize. What you've given me here is fantastic. All those little details really add up.
There we go. That was actually the final memory. We now have the ability to switch between Audio Castro as it looks today and Audio Castro as it exists in his memories at any point in time. We can now walk the streets like this if we wish to. But I am going to remove the last mines, of which there are only a few. Oh my god, there's one. Oh, how will I get to that one? There's another one here. And it looks like a few more over that way. Let's deal with this one first. Oh, come on. We'll finish up clearing up the final mines, and I think that will then maybe conclude our business here. Let's see. let me work on these mines, and I'll do that off screen, because I believe there's quite a few more of them over there where the Major activated his first mine dispenser. So, I'll be back in a second. Welcome back. This here seems to be the final mine that we have to defuse. There was indeed a minefield from the first dispenser that was activated. I cleared that. And
Andy,
this
you
is...
there?
What? Yeah, I'm not sleeping. What? What's up? We done here?
Yeah. I'll meet you by the van in 5.
All right, Mac. I'll get us packed up.
Only if it's not too much effort, Sleeping Beauty.
Okay, we are done. IDEP has completed their mission up here in the town. The town has been cleared of unexploded ordnance and mines. It is now once again safe for civilians to move in, to return to their homes, to maybe rebuild the town, to maybe restore it to the beauty it once had. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But you know, war, especially war like this, leaves behind many wounds that will never heal. We know of the shopkeeper here, of the owner of this little cafe. He disappeared, dragged away in the night probably by government soldiers, never to be seen again. Maybe shot somewhere in the woods. He is not going to return. Same for many of the other people who had been here. The carpenter, well, he's dead, most likely. His brother, lying up there at the church, dead too. The mayor of the town, not sure what happened to him actually. Will he return? Who knows? For now this place remains a ghost town. As soon as the cleanup efforts up there at the church are completed, the bodies driven away, the soldiers will leave, and the town will be left to nature, to animals, to decay, and that's it. That's it for now. I think I have to get into the van. Yeah. We are getting into the van. We are finishing this chapter. And don't turn off yet. There's still one thing that we need to do. Kerry is still around, isn't he? Let's see what he's up to.
Hey, it's me.
Hello. Did I hear correctly? You're on the move?
Yeah, next job. Some truck hit an AT mine yesterday. Little ways out from here, I said we'd check up on it.
Okay. I'll not keep you. Thanks again. And good luck out there, Nathan. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye, Kate.
I'm just going to say it once more. This campaign is so well done. Incredibly well done. Every year, landmines injure or kill around 5,000 people, the vast majority of them civilians. And this is not fiction. It is estimated 110 million are buried worldwide, an ongoing reminder of past conflicts. Once again, this is not fiction. On Altis alone, there are 7,000 landmines. No, 6,934 landmines, a figure now decreasing thanks to humanitarian efforts. Such a well-done campaign. A campaign that deals with a very heavy subject that has very real implications for many, many, many people all around the world who live in zones where war happened. But so brilliantly explored. Right. Once again, what's Kerry up to? Let's have a look. The problems of victory are more agreeable than those of defeat, but they are no less difficult. Winston Churchill in a speech to the House of Commons. And that quote rings a bell when we consider the previous campaign, doesn't it? It is now a few weeks after the war has ended. We are at the airport in central Altis.
Hey, Carrie, we're here.
Thanks for the ride, man.
No worries, just keep out of trouble.
Ah, my man, trouble somehow has a way of finding me. Whoa! Dude, watch out! Jesus Christ, the locals are driving like they're drunk sometimes. A helicopter is landing. I guess it is somehow significant to us. So let's have a quick look at our briefing, see what we are supposed to do here. Situation. 6 weeks have passed since the AAF's capitulation. The FIA, under the leadership of Nikos Panagopoulos, have transitioned from a military opposition to a political body, and, alongside our forces, are working hard to restore their homeland. Although it will take time for this country to recover from war, the new government has the confidence of the people of Altis. However, NATO's invasion, albeit swift and ultimately successful, has stirred a new round of debates over the funding of military forces in this region. The conclusion was clear. There is no way NATO can maintain their position here, while tensions in the Pacific region rise. The decommissioning will continue, and NATO will abandon this region. Our mission is to await the arrival of an AAN reporter and deliver him to his interview with Nikos Panagopoulos. Pick up the journalist, get a car, escort the journalist to Attira, that's, north of here. Right. Let's do that then. We can see that the defenses... Ooh, dude, you're angry. We can see that the defenses around the airport have been dismantled. It looks very different from last time we've been here. There are a lot of NATO soldiers around, but you heard what's going on. NATO's presence will be reduced. In fact, NATO troops will pull out of the region to focus on the Pacific, leaving behind the Republic of Altis to fend for itself. After all the fighting, all the dying, all the sacrifice that has been made, politicians decided that the focus should be placed elsewhere. And, I mean, I'm sure there's nothing that could go wrong with that, right? Leaving a region that is so volatile, with a power vacuum that will be filled by, well, probably once again by CSAT. Oh, I'm sure nothing bad can come out of this, right? Right. I mean, look at this. Security at the airport provided by private military contractors, not by the local police. Can this nation even fend for itself now? Now that the military has to be restructured, reformed? And look at this. Look at these people. Do you think these are tourists arriving so short after a war? No. I think these are locals. Leaving behind the Republic of Altis, leaving behind the completely ruined and shattered economy, to seek a better life elsewhere, to send a bit of money home. This nation is not having a rosy outlook, not at all. That's the reporter.
Mr. Cole?
Yes, Mark Cole, AN. Am I right?
Seems so. Sergeant Ben Carey. Welcome to Altis. I'm supposed to take you to Nikos. I mean, Mr. Panagopoulos. Let's get going.
Right, let's go.
One second. They've given me a bunch of keys. There's supposed to be a car around here somewhere. A red off-road.
Okay. So we're looking for a red off-road out front. Somewhere on the parking lot. Let's see. a red off-road? Might be. Let's have a quick look.
Got it. Come on, hop in.
That's it. Get in, come on. And then I'm taking you up the roads to Attila.
God damn it. Looks like this piece of junk's almost out of gas.
Oh,
Alright, slight detour. We need to fill up.
I'd have thought everything was at least a hybrid these days.
No kidding.
okay, let's try to make it to that gas station. We have very little gas left.
So, tell me, Sergeant, have you been here from the start? I mean the start of the flashpoint.
Yeah. Actually, a few months before the first AAF attack.
And
I don't follow.
what caused it? The public's waiting for an explanation.
I'm not really at liberty to talk about that. But speaking off the record, I still don't really know for sure. I mean, Christ, sure, it's easy to blame CSAT, but the greenbacks, or AAF, definitely needed a push.
And who, in your view, gave them that push?
Isn't that supposed to be your job to find out?
Oh, believe me, Sergeant Carey, I'm trying.
Here we are. And just in time, the engine just died. Jeez. Okay. Let me get out for a moment and fill this up.
Okay then, change the topic. I was told that Mr. Panagopoulos was involved with guerrillas during the flashpoint. Is that correct?
Sure, I thought that was public knowledge.
But it is, but come on. I'd like to know what he's actually done for the FIA.
Why don't you ask him when we get there?
Kerry doesn't seem too fond of this journalist. Has the car been refueled? Still refueling. 18 liters. How many liters can this truck fit? Probably something like 60, 70. You don't need to refill it fully. Let's take another look. It should be more than enough. Okay. There. Let's keep going. Now we need to go up this road to Attila. Come on, get back in the car. Look down the road, okay. Attila, this way.
Alright, we're almost there.
Just one last question, Sergeant.
Shoot.
Did British forces play any part in this incident?
What do you mean? They shipped out long before the flashpoint started.
Yeah, that's what the UK government keeps saying. Hell, they almost seem to believe it.
I'm sure I follow her.
Tell me, Sergeant, have you ever met Cluster Stavro?
Yeah.
Then why don't you ask him?
What do you mean, why don't you ask him? Stavro is dead. This guy is good. I mean, Stavro died probably because of the treachery of Miller and his guys. This journalist knows a lot. He should be careful. Hello, Attila. What's this guy doing? Am I an Attila? I think so, yeah. Okay, if you're not moving, I'm moving. Let's keep going. The town doesn't look too good, does it? Military presence, bombed out buildings. Definitely not a paradise. But at least the people are back. You know? That counts for a lot. It really does. They can rebuild. But where the hell am I? Oh, I need to turn right here. Okay. Okay. We are supposed to meet Nikos in front of the church, which is this way, I think. Look, people are enjoying their life as much as they can under these circumstances. You.
Okay, we're here. Nikos, Mr. Panagopoulos? He's that guy in the shirt over there. Take care.
Thanks for the ride, Sergeant.
Listen,
No
if you
problem.
wanna talk some more, just give me a call.
Copy that, Mr. Cole. Take it easy.
Good afternoon, Mr. Panagopoulos. I'm Mark Cole from AAN. Do you have a sec?
Oh, yes, of course. My thanks, Ben. So, welcome to my homeland, Mr. Cole. There is much to discuss.
Sergeant Carey, we've got a situation here. Return to base immediately.
Again. Affirmative, Crossroads. I'll be right there.
As I said, trouble has a way of finding Carey. But that is the end. The end of the Eastern campaign. And the end of this experience that... I don't know how to describe it. The whole campaign, together with all the other stuff that was available and that we had a look at, it really can be described as an experience, and I very, very much enjoyed playing it. We are now going to take a break from Arma 3. Yes, there are more campaigns to be played, more events to be witnessed in the Pacific, on Tanoa. But we are taking a short break from Arma 3. Some of you have been constantly asking for me to play another Gravity Team Tactics campaign. I can't say no any longer. I'm very curious to see the changes that have been made to that game. Very, very awesome changes, by the way. And I will be playing the newest campaign, the newest DLC that has been released just a few weeks ago. That will be quite awesome, of that I'm sure. There might be a Saturday without a video next week, because I have to travel, so that's a possibility. But after that, I think I'll be able to release the first episode of the new Gravity Team Tactics campaign. And after we have finished that Gravity Team Tactics campaign, I think then we'll return to Arma 3 and go to Tanoa. See what happens in the Pacific. See what CSAT is up to there. See if there may be some old friends and enemies that we'll meet there. For now, I want to thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel to not miss out the amazing Gravity Team Tactics campaign that's coming up. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you again next time for something completely different, but definitely no less awesome. World War II in a battlefield simulator. Oh yeah.